What's up, Sacramento? It's time for your real estate market update for November 2025. We're heading into a quiet time of the year, but sales are still happening. BIA members reported selling 409 homes in November. This is down 22% from this time last year. However, sales were 8% higher than the 10-year monthly average. Traffic continues to be really slow in most communities, but we've started to see some of the incentives going away as inventory is dropping in most new home communities. Some of that has been in lieu of price reductions. We've seen several price reductions throughout a lot of communities, but some of it's just due to incentives going away because of the lack of standing inventory. Builders will typically get rid of incentives when they don't have quick move-ins. The big incentives that we're seeing are on the quick move-in homes, and those are starting to diminish because we're not starting as many new homes. So there's still an opportunity in new homes, but it's diminishing rapidly. In the resale market, the average price, according to the trend graphics that we track for the four-county region, the sold price was $654,000, or down 2.5%. And the active price was up 1.1% to $810,000. Now that's an interesting anomaly. What's happening here is that buyers are realistic and taking advantage of where the actual value of the home is. Sellers still think their home's the prettiest girl in the neighborhood and is trying to outstretch the market. So we're seeing that price increase on the active side, and then the price decreases slightly on the actual sold price. So there's a little discrepancy there in seller's reality versus buyer's facts. So kind of watch that, lean into your professional, and really take a look at the facts. The average price per square foot in the region was flat at $334. That's compared to October, and it's down 1.8% from this time last year. So down slightly, but not really a big deal. Number of homes sold continues to sell fairly well. We were down about 23% to 1,301 homes in October, or from October, and down 6.9% from this time last year. Pending sales dropped 13.2% from October, but are up 7.9% from this time last year. We're seeing more homes coming off the market and less homes going on the market, and that's typical for this time of the year. So it's reducing the overall sales volume in the market. Now, potential sellers we've been talking to lately are all thinking about selling or tried to sell earlier in the year and pulled their homes off the market. They all seem to be waiting for that sale in the first quarter of next year to where they're ready to buy their next home. So I think we'll start to see a lot more activity as we get into first quarter, because we're hearing that a lot from our potential contingent buyers at a lot of our new home communities lately. Days on market continue to climb since May, and it's up to 53 days from 51 days last month. Correspondingly, we're seeing the sold price to list price continue to stay really flat, right at 96%, meaning that homes are selling 4% less than their list price. So that's been really consistent, like I said, for the last 6 months. Months of inventory moved up slightly to 2.8 months. Homes that are priced correctly are selling relatively quickly right now. If you're even a little over market value for your home, we're seeing the market absolutely punish those sellers. Days on those homes lag, days on market increases. They end up selling for typically well less than what their actual market value was because of days on market. So lean into your professional, look at the data. Your professional knows the data. We are having constant conversations with sellers lately that here's the data, but sellers, as they are wont to do, think that their home's the prettiest one in the neighborhood and should sell for more. The market will tell you the reality. You don't get to tell the market where the reality is. So lean into your professional, look at the data. What we're seeing a trend right now is a pricing strategy that's been very successful for us and our sellers lately, is pricing a home slightly below market value. Two things can happen in that scenario. One, the home sells quicker, big value there, especially right now. It gives you an opportunity to go buy that next house in a quicker manner. Two, we are seeing in some certain cases for the right home, that home selling for more than list price. So there's a couple of great strategies in there. You just got to listen to your real estate professional. Mortgage rates, they're hovering around the low to mid sixes right now. This is a great time to be able to get a mortgage. This is the lowest we've seen in a long, long time. The Fed funds rate just dropped, so that brought us down into kind of that 6.25 kind of range, which has been great. And we've seen a little bit of movement in the market because of that. If you're all waiting for that magic 5% next year, don't see it happening. There's rumors that there's only going to be one Fed funds rate cut next year for the entire year. So what does that mean? That means if there's that Fed funds rate cut, that means we get into the lowest of sixes, maybe like a 5.95, somewhere in there. Well, that means that we're not really seeing any big movement in rates for the entire year. So if you wait for that magic 5% rate that you think is gonna happen, that some prognosticator thinks is gonna happen, here's the reality. You're gonna miss out on that equity gain as we get into a busier market. Pay attention. If you're ready, willing, and able to buy, now is the right time to buy. You're never gonna time the market perfectly. Guys, as we head into the end of the year, it's time for reflection. We look back on what happened this year and what we're gonna do next year. For those in the business and those that watch the market closely, it felt like a pretty rough year. Sales felt like they were down. We had to fight for every deal. We had to switch tactics constantly. The reality was the average sales price stayed relatively flat for the year, and it was actually up 1.5% over the last 2 years. The number of homes sold was up 2.8% this year and up 14% from this time 2 years ago. Perspective is a great thing. The market actually was quite normal. It just sounded bad because the news told you it was bad, right? So there's always great opportunities for smart buyers and smart sellers in any market. Guys, our job is to help you move up in life. Let Next get you from where you are to where you want to be. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video. Guys, I'm Christopher Brown with Next New Homes Group and Next Real Estate Group. We will see you next time.